vision the vision of the Indian Constitution. The preamble. The preamble of the Indian Constitution contains the objectives of the Constitution. The original preamble stated India to be a sovereign democratic republic. During the 42nd Amendment, the words socialist and secular were added into our Constitution in the year 1976. Here is a picture of Indian Constitution. We all say that India is a socialist, secular, republic, democratic and sovereign country. What does these terms mean? Let us know about them. Sovereign. The word sovereign means supreme or independent. India is internally and externally sovereign. That is, externally free from the control of any foreign power, and internally it has a free government which is directly elected by the people and make laws that govern the people. People have supreme right to make decisions on internal as well as external matters. Let us now learn about socialist. The term socialist means democratic socialism, that is, achievement of socialistic goals through democratic, evolutionary and non-violent means. A mixed economy in which both public and private sector run together has two wheels of economic development. Social equality means everyone is treated equally irrespective of their caste, color, creed, race or religion. Now let us learn about secular. Secular means the relationship between the government and the people, which is determined according to the constitutional law. The government respects all religions. It does not uplift or degrade any particular religion. There is no such thing as a state religion for India. Secular was also incorporated in the preamble. Secularism is the basic structure of Indian Constitution. Now let us learn about democratic. We all say that India is a democratic country. What does the term democratic mean? It means people can choose their representatives through elections which are held once in every 5 years. People vote on the basis of universal adult franchise. That means people who has crossed 18 years of age can have right to vote or choose their representative, which implies that all citizens have right to vote. Elections are conducted through a secret ballot. Now let us learn the term republic. A republic means a form of government where the head of the state is elected. India became republic on 26 Jan 1950. Then the constitution officially came into force in our country. The head of the state is president. That is, he is elected for every 5 years. The present president of India is Pranab Mukherjee. The post of president is not hereditary. Every citizen of India is eligible to become the president. Here is an image of Republic Day event which was celebrated on 26th January every year on Red Fort in New Delhi, which is the capital of India. The ideas of our freedom fighters are enriched in the preamble of our constitution. There are several fundamental rights that are provided for every citizen of India. The fundamental rights of the people are contained in Part 3 of the Constitution. They ensure that the people can live with dignity and freedom. There are 6 fundamental rights given to all the citizens of India. They are, first one, right to equality. All persons are equal before law. This means all persons are equally protected by the law of the country. No person can be treated on the basis of their religion, caste or sex. Every person has access to all public places including playgrounds, hotels and shops, etc. Second, right to freedom. This includes right to freedom of speech and expression, or right to move freely and right to practice any profession and occupation or business. Coming to the third right, that is right against exploitation. The Constitution provides trafficking of forced labor and children working under 14 years of age. Here is an image of child labor. It was right against exploitation. Right of freedom of religion. Religious freedom is provided to all citizens. Every person has right to practice, profess and propagate the religion of their choice. Coming to the fifth thread, that is culture and educational rights. The Constitution states that all minorities, religions or linguistics can set up their own educational development and develop their own culture. Right to constitutional remedies. This allows citizens to move the court if they believe that if any of their fundamental rights have been violated by the state. For example, the Supreme Court of India. which is the highest court in India. The fundamental rights as a human right. The fundamental rights are regarded as the basic human rights and are available to all citizens irrespective of their caste, color, religion or gender. They are based on Universal Declaration of Human Rights which was adopted by the United Nations in 1948. They are a reflection of global opinion that all human beings are entitled to some basic rights to live a life of dignity and maximize their potential. Child labor. India has the largest number of child labor who are under the age of 14. Child Labor Act was enacted in 1986. The National Policy on Child Labor was formulated in 1987. However, child labor continues to be a massive challenge for the country. The fight continues to rehabilitate these children and give them the basic human rights like right to live, right to educate, and right to speech. Fundamental duties. The fundamental duties implies to all the citizens. The first thing is to abide by the constitution and respect the ideals and all institutions. To uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. To promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood among all people of India, transcend religious, linguistic and religious diversity. To protect and improve the natural environment including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife and for all living creatures. To develop the scientific temper, humanism and spirit of inquiry and reform. To safeguard the public and property and to abjure violence. To strive towards the excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity. These are the fundamental duties of every citizen who belong to India.